Folks, another session of Bariatric Bits with Dr. A. So today we're going to talk about multivitamins. Whether before or even after your surgery, anytime you go on a severe calorie restrictive diet or you're trying to lose weight, it's very important to supplement your nutrition. Generally in the United States, we don't have a lot of problems with vitamins because most of our foods are fortified. However, when you are losing a substantial amount of weight, specifically after bariatric surgery, you are definitely going to need one or more than one of those. Now, let me tell you, I don't own any shares in any of these, so I'm not selling or endorsing any of them. However, these are bariatric formulas, which means that it is easier and they're made for bariatric patients. They have different flavors and generally they're chewable. So what we do is we will ask you to have chewable vitamins for my patients, at least the first 6 weeks or so. After that, you probably can take tablets. You know, as long as they're not large, look at them, you probably can take tablets and your body will digest it normally. We don't like you to take tablets immediately after surgery for a few reasons. It's not that it's going to get stuck, but when you have a fresh wound and you take tablets, it can make it bleed, it can cause some ulcerations, and so we prefer if you don't do that initially. So in terms of multivitamins, these all have, as you probably have seen, they have a little bit of, a sign on the back of it that says what is percentage of every ingredient in there. So for example, this one here has vitamin B3, iron, vitamin B12. These bariatric ones generally have more of that than your regular multivitamin because your regular multivitamin don't take into account that you are losing weight. So if you can't afford these, or you've passed that 6-week period and you want to get your vitamins from, say, a wholesale place, BJ's, Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, wherever you want to get it from, then you have to make sure that you bring it to our dietitian so she can have a look at it and make sure that it has adequate nutrients and the adequate formula. So sometimes even though the bottle on those might say use one, we might tell you to do 3 of them, for example. You can't take all 3 at one time because they may not get digested as well. So we might split it and say take 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 later in the evening. So that's what we need to do. Vitamins start at 2 to 3 weeks after surgery. Remember, we have enough vitamin reserves. So the goal is to make sure you're able to tolerate your diet first, and then you can go on to that next phase of making sure that you take a multivitamin. However, it is extremely important to take them. Another common question is patches and liquid vitamins. So those are very common. The problem with patches is, number one, they cannot have the same amount of vitamins because, as you can see, it's a patch, and so the body doesn't absorb it. So it may be inadequate or inappropriate. And generally, we do see iron deficiency and some of the other thiamine or vitamin B12 deficiency, which really cannot be taken by patches, and they're very poorly absorbed by patches. So you have to take those in tablet forms. Again, think of this as supplements. You're trying to lose weight, and I tell people, if you think of a fancy, expensive Swiss watch, a Rolex watch, those gears work when they're well lubricated. That's what these do. These multivitamins essentially allow the system to work well in a well lubricated manner. Until next time, remember folks, we have one life, one body, and one chance. So let's make the most of it.